This is a paperclip, and I'm going to be trading it today for the most valuable thing I possibly can. See you there. I gotta get. Oh my, get the dog! Alright, this is Kobe, and essentially we're at our first store, and it's a coffee store. Let's try and trade something. You know what, actually, going to stores hasn't really worked so well, so I think we should just ask someone in the store, because they might have something, you know? So we're actually doing a project for school right now, so I have this paperclip, and I'm trying to trade upwards each time to get something a little better. Yeah, so what would you trade for this paperclip? And I think, you know, you seem a little reluctant, and I think just something that might get you in the mood to give us away is I can read out some uses for a paperclip. As you can keep money together, you can make it into a screwdriver. It says here that you can make it into a shank. Don't know if that would be useful to you. You can use it as a coat hanger. Might break, that's not a guarantee, but you can use it as a coat hanger. Dude, what are you doing? This is crazy. This is really amazing. I would, yes, definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is our first successful trade, and I'm happy to get more. That was a fantastic success, and I'm really happy that we met that man. He was a really good guy, and he was able to give me this. Hey, okay. I have to interject here, because what you're about to see is probably the best musical performance you've ever seen or heard in your entire life. Okay, let me explain. Our next shop that we went to was Hamley's, and everyone there is always really enthusiastic, really nice, you know, it's their job, you know, they deal with kids all the time, and it's always really refreshing and really nice, and in this case, we got someone who was really enthusiastic, and it was really refreshing, it was a breath of fresh air, and essentially, he wanted us to create a music performance before we entered, and, here's that.
You feel like you're welcome you and him.
And you should feel welcome here on my channel, so subscribe. It's free, you can always change your mind, and I'm desperate. Do it, please. Yeah, we in Hamley's trying to form a school project. Welcome, let's play. I feel very welcome. This is my thumb. Up, it's good here. Yeah. As much fun as that was, we did still have to continue the project, so you win some, you lose some. Hey, I'm good, how are you? Yeah. And right now I traded a paperclip for this coffee pod. What would you trade? Yes, what would you give me for this?
Right here, I'm trading this coffee pen.
I just have to stop the video again to let you know that the next trade is where things get serious. The video starts here. Hey! Something amazing has just happened. Groundbreaking, earth-shaking. Nike has given us the best deal that we have got so far. I have this Koki, and we've been offered some spare Nike laces. Hey, so, So yeah, this guy answered and I essentially explained to him what the project was about. So I'm wondering now, what you would trade item-wise for this pair of shoelaces?
Can I trust you? You got anybody else?
Listen man, I can't say if you can trust me, because that's not a guarantee, but I can guarantee that these are some quality laces.
The question is, can you trust me? I've got a clock here that I don't really use anymore. It's a radio and an alarm clock.
Alright, so we're walking in now with the clock. This is sketchy as hell. This whole project's sketchy, I mean. So some of you might know this guy, and that's because it's Gilad. He goes to this school. He's the only person I know in this entire project, I promise you. We were getting pretty close to the deadline, and I was worried. Oh, and the audio file corrupted, so you can't hear anything. But I'll just explain what happened. Essentially, I told him what the project was about, and he decided that he wanted to trade me his old soccer boots. So, essentially, we're filming a school project for EMS, and it's based on trading. So I started with a paperclip, and after a few trades, I've now ended with these soccer boots. And so I was wondering if you would be willing to give anything for these soccer boots, something to trade.
So what you say those are worth how much?
I think new, 1,050 Rand, and used, we know the people that actually use these, so probably, I think, 700 Rand.
A bicycle helmet, an S-Works bicycle helmet from Specialized. I would think it's probably worth somewhere between 2 and 3,000.
So yeah, that was my journey turning a paperclip into $200 over the course of 2 days. And I put a lot of effort into this video. So I really would appreciate it if you subscribed and maybe even told your friends about it. Oh, and unrelated to, what I just said, I went to the market yesterday and I purchased this. And like I said, completely unrelated to what I just said about, subscribing and telling your friends.
I'm a gold in the Stella. I feel like Matthew McConaughey. I don't care what they gotta say. Only praise how I dropped away. Jason Bourne with the headshot. Jason Statham with the